So when an athlete walks into Nick Garage Fitness, the one thing we want them to know is that this is a phenomenal community. We have the best coaching, we have the best technology, we have the programming that can help them succeed. So whether it's trying to get on JV for the first time, going to that next level on varsity, going from a second string to an all-state player, we have the tools, we have the programming and the coaching in order to take each individual to their next level.
West 40 Market in Uptown Ankeny is your place to shop for the best meats, steaks, brats, jerky, and everything in between. Let us be your one-stop shop for all your favorite cuts, all raised on local Iowa farms. Shopping local never tasted so good.
Everything we do is here to benefit the client. Every decision that's needed to be made, the first question you should ask is, does this benefit the client, and is this the best thing for the client?
Our goal is to make a difference. We have the tools, resources, training, and leadership to make a difference in our agents' lives and their careers. And then they can then take that to make a difference in their clients' lives and ultimately make a difference in our communities.
We are available basically 24/7 to make sure that our agents are getting the support they need to look like $1 million in front of their clients.
DeArmond certified used vehicles aren't the same as the rest.
Every DeArmond certified vehicle receives a 175-point inspection and comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 2-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, and DeArmond Care. Wheel, dent, windshield repair, repel paint and windshield protection, and a full tank of fuel.
Buy with confidence, knowing you made a wise decision with DeArmond Certified.
Find DeArmond certified used vehicles at DeArmondFord.com.
Pleasant good afternoon to you. It is a gorgeous, sunny afternoon. It is time for crosstown baseball. It is the Ankeny Centennial Jaguars and the Ankeny Hawks here from Ankeny High School. Number one versus the team that's won 6 straight and teams that know each other extremely well. Hello, everybody. Along with Justin Schliemann, I'm Paul Yeager. Our director today is Andy Pollack. Glad to have you on this broadcast today, Justin, as you know these guys well.
Very well.
You know many of them personally.
Yeah.
You know that this game truly matters, but this one's got a lot of juice when one of the teams is number one. Does that make the Jaguars the hunted or the hunter right now?
Hunted. Well, with Ankeny winning 6 straight, they're on a hot streak, and they're ready to pounce on the north side rivals, so it's going to be a good game.
Well, this is our debut of the Ankeny Activities Network, and you're watching this game through the CISN distribution system. And Ankeny is plenty of things to celebrate this year. They've won 6 straight. They came off a road win last night, last 3 innings in the rain. Baseball is a game, Justin, you have to play every single day or you get rusty. Little advantage there for the Hawks?
I would say so. Centennial's been on a little bit of break, still number one though, but Ankeny playing last night, coming back. Might give them a good advantage here, but it also might give Centennial the advantage with being a little bit rested.
Centennial 11-0. They have pretty much rolled everything they have played and every one this year. Webster City, Gilbert, Waukee, Urbandale, Newton, Independence, Davenport North. They had half a doubleheader with Dowling Catholic and a win over Valley. The one that stands out, though, is the 12-3 victory over Johnston. Usually a really good team. I think Centennial's for real.
Yeah, I would say so. Johnston, the defending champs last year, looked like they were going to be doing big things, and here's Centennial 11-0 and blew them out 12-3.
The Hawks have played a team that's pretty much made a regular appearance at State Pleasant Valley, split with them to start the year, lost a road tough game late in the night over at Bettendorf, then lost to Kennedy, who's put together a really good team, split with Dowling, then lost to Waukee and North Polk, but have come back now and wins against Ankeny Christian, Southeast Polk, Waukee Northwest, and last night against Xavier. Teams that get confidence are ones with a little bit of danger and a little bit of potency. You kind of have to have some, is it ignorance or confidence that you need?
It's confidence. I mean, Ankeny's put together a few wins, and they want to keep putting a few wins together, so I would say they are still confident.
Tonight's sneak peek of the Ankeny Activities Network is brought to you by these generous local boosters. That's Nick Jarash Fitness, Weichert Realtors, the 515 Agency, Ted Sandine Photography, Extreme Services, Cinerama Ankeny, Amy Widerin with Coldwell Banker, Freedom Tire and Auto Service Center, and Lamberti, Gookie, and Luch. I'll get that right one of these times when I do these games. That is our moment to pause and stand by for first pitch, which is coming up around 5 o'clock here from Ankeny High School. You're watching the Ankeny Activities Network.
So when an athlete walks into Nick Jarash Fitness, the one thing we want them to know is that this is a phenomenal community. We have the best coaching. We have the best technology. We have the programming that can help them succeed. So whether it's trying to get on JV for the first time, going to that next level on varsity, going from a second string to an all-state player, we have the tools, we have the programming and the coaching in order to take each individual to their next level.
West 40 Market in Uptown Ankeny is your place to shop for the best meats, steaks, brats, jerky, and everything in between. Let us be your one-stop shop for all your favorite cuts, all raised on local Iowa farms. Shopping local never tasted so good.
Everything we do is here to benefit the client. Every decision that's needed to be made, the first question you should ask is, does this benefit the client, and is this the best thing for the client?
Our goal is to make a difference. We have the tools, resources, training, and leadership to make a difference in our agents' lives and their careers. And then they can then take that to make a difference in their clients' lives and ultimately make a difference in our communities.
We are available basically 24/7 to make sure that our agents are getting the support they need to look like $1 million in front of their clients.
DeArmond certified used vehicles aren't the same as the rest.
Every DeArmond certified vehicle receives a 175-point inspection and comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 2-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, and DeArmond Care. Wheel, dent, windshield repair, repel paint and windshield protection, and a full tank of fuel.
Buy with confidence, knowing you made a wise decision with DeArmond Certified.
Find DeArmond certified used vehicles at DeArmondFord.com.
So when an athlete walks into Nick Jarash Fitness, the one thing we want them to know is that this is a phenomenal community. We have the best coaching. We have the best technology. We have the programming that can help them succeed. So whether it's trying to get on JV for the first time, going to that next level on varsity, going from a second string to an all-state player, we have the tools, we have the programming and the coaching in order to take each individual to their next level.
Beautiful afternoon for some baseball. It is Ankeny hosting Centennial here on the Ankeny Activities Network. This is our first game of hopefully many, so if you like what you hear, let them know in the activities office. And a busy night here at the complex. We've got a doubleheader for both baseball and softball. All 4 games tonight should be really exciting. Fans starting to kind of fill in a little bit here in baseball as they enjoy this sun-soaked afternoon. It is a little cooler than it has been earlier, but the humidity is still up there. We had rain earlier today. Field ready to go. As our 2 umpires, Zachary Hovick and Todd Richards, are looking over the starting lineups. Both coaches have come out, Mark High, as well as Joe Balvance. The 2 are both on the line, and it's now time for the starting lineups.
Ankeny High School for tonight's CIML contest between the Ankeny Centennial Jaguars and your Ankeny Hawks. Now, let's meet the starting lineup for tonight's game. For Centennial, batting first, the center fielder, number 16, Eric Miller. Batting second, number 2, Nick Severson. Batting third, the first baseman, number 7, Damon Churchman. Batting fourth, the left fielder, number 24, Joey Oakey. In the fifth slot, the third baseman, number 1, Kyle Miller. Batting sixth, the shortstop, number 5, Lucas Brule. Batting seventh, the right fielder, number 3, Cole Greider. And batting eighth, pitching this evening, number 23, Emerson Alberhaski. And batting ninth, the second baseman, number 29, Isaac Brule. The Jaguars are coached by Mark High, with assistance from Sean Lyman and Drew Prongi. Now, your starting lineup for your Ankeny Hawks. Leading off, the second baseman, a senior, number 7, Ben Sandvig. Batting second, the catcher, number 2, a senior, Max Watson. Batting third, the left fielder, a junior, number 5, Jack Clevidence. Batting fourth, the third baseman, number 3, Carson Agan. The DH this evening, a senior, number 1, Reed Johnson. Batting sixth, the center fielder, a sophomore, number 17, Evan Erlmeyer. Batting seventh, a shortstop, number 29, Kinnick Voss. Batting eighth, the right fielder, number 28, Karsten Bernholtz. Batting ninth, the first baseman, number 20, a senior, Ryan Mayer. Pitching this evening, number 14, a senior, Alex Grease. The Hawks are coached by Joe Valvance, with assistance from Brian Baker and Trey Benzant.
So when an athlete walks into Nick Jarash Fitness, the one thing we want them to know is that this is a phenomenal community. We have the best coaching, we have the best technology, we have the programming that can help them succeed. So whether it's trying to get on JV for the first time, going to that next level on varsity, going from a second string to an all-state player, we have the tools, we have the programming and the coaching in order to take each individual to their next level.
West 40 Market in Uptown Ankeny is your place to shop for the best meats, steaks, brats, jerky, and everything in between. Let us be your one-stop shop for all your favorite cuts, all raised on local Iowa farms. Shopping local never tasted so good.
Everything we do is here to benefit the client. Every decision that's needed to be made, the first question you should ask is, does this benefit the client, and is this the best thing for the client?
Our goal is to make a difference. We have the tools, resources, training, and leadership to make a difference in our agents' lives and their careers. And then they can then take that to make a difference in their clients' lives and ultimately make a difference in our communities.
We are available basically 24/7 to make sure that our agents are getting the support they need to look like $1 million in front of their clients.
Back at Ankeny High School on the Ankeny Activities Network. I'm Paul Yeager, along with Justin Schliemann. Our producer-director today is Andy Pollack. This is the inaugural cast of the network here, and we are glad you are making us a part of your Wednesday afternoon. We're ready for some baseball. The introductions have happened now. The Ankeny Hawks are on the field in their home off-white uniforms with red socks, red hat, and piping in maroon all around the uniform. The Jaguars in the gray pants with the black tops, and the Jaguars on the left side and the white numbers. For the Hawks in the field, Kyle Miller at third, that's Carson Agan at third, Kinnick Voss at short, Ben Sandvig at second, and Ryan Mayer at first. In the outfield, it's Clevenance, Erlmeyer, and Bernholtz. The pitching battery today is Alex Grease. He'll be throwing to Max Watson. Here's a look at your Centennial lineup. It's Easton Miller, Nick Severson, followed by Damon Churchman. Joey Oki in the cleanup spot. Kyle Miller scheduled. There will be a different batter there, we'll tell you in a moment. Lucas Brule, Cole Greider, Emerson, Alberhaski, and Isaac Brule. Miller, Severson, Churchman, Oki, Miller, Brule, Greider, Alberhaski, and Brule. All right, Justin, you've had it. You've seen him play. You're ready to go. What do you see as keys?
I'm ready to go. Ready keys is Ankeny needs to have good pitching off to a good start to calm down these Centennial hitters. And then for the Jags, they need to put on runs, and then they'll be good to go.
The center fielder, number 16, Eric Miller.
Easton Miller will dig in there from the from the right side of the bat, and we have our first pitch just after 5:02 on this Wednesday afternoon. First pitch is hit towards right, and it's at the line and foul by about 6 feet, and it's an 0-1. So getting ahead there is Grease. 400 to straightaway center. 335 down the lines, and the alley's 370. The wind is blowing a little bit from right to left. Nice breeze here at the park. The pitch. Outside. Count even up at 1-1. The 1-1. Swung on, chopped towards third, over the head of Agan and into left field for the game's first hit. Miller's aboard for the Jaguars here in the first.
Next up, the catcher, number 2, Nick Severson.
Severson off this season so far, batting .538. When you're swinging it like that, Justin, the ball looks like a beach ball. The first pitch coming here from Grease is in the dirt, stopped by Watson. Grease looks over to first, checks the runner, comes set, and delivers. That's high and outside. Throw over to first. Mayer digs that out and keeps Miller in check there at first. The 2-0 is bunted towards the right side. Mayer charges in. Who's covering? Nobody home. Not getting over in time was Sandvig. Not sure even if he made it there. It was going to be much of a play as Severson legs out an infield hit, and there's 2 on with nobody out, bringing up Damon Churchman.
Now batting the first baseman, number 7, Damon Churchman.
Now what, Justin?
Oh, well, Ankeny probably looking for a double play here, and then Centennial looking to drive in some runs with Damon Churchman batting .447 to start the season.
He's driven an 11. He sees 2 on the field right now, looking to add to his total. Grease in trouble early on, steps off. Grease is 2-1 on the season with a 3.63 ERA. The first pitch coming to Churchman. Is in there for a strike. Outfield played pretty much straight away, but deep. Voss kind of sneaking in behind Miller, just trying to keep him honest there at second. The 0-1. Catches the corner. Strike 2, and Churchman's in the hole. Nothing in 2. The pitch from Grease. Swung on, fouled, and out of play towards the parking lot on the right-left side. It's everywhere around here.
Yeah.
You have to kind of park far away, right? You know that, right?
Yeah. Did park far away just in case a foul ball did come.
Grease is ahead, 0-2. Trying to take out Churchman. Tall task, the pitch. Low. The 1-2 coming from Grease.
Inside.
Good stop. Yeah, Watson there had to go after that one. That's catcher's eyes get real big when it.
2-2 the count.
Nobody out here early on in the first. Miller's at second, Severson's at first. Both on with a hit. The pitch. Swung on, fouled away again, and out of play towards the right side. It's a good piece of hitting here by Churchman. He's fouled off a couple of pitches, waiting for that mistake from Grease. The senior waits. The pitch. Misses.
Just outside, and it'll be a full count here.
So far, Miller's stayed pretty close to second. Hasn't really gotten much of a secondary lead on any of these pitches. Not trying to leave all opportunities for Churchman. The full pitch on the way. Swung on, fouled right back here into the net. Or screen, I guess. Is there a differential?
I wouldn't say so, no.
This is at least the 9th pitch, if not the 10th pitch of this at-bat. Churchman running up the pitch count on Grease. Grease has got to be careful here with 2 on. Ground ball towards second. This has a chance for 2. Voss over to Sandvig, over to Mayer. Gets away from Ryan. Kind of a low throw coming there on the exchange. They get 1 run, and the fielder's choice, Churchman aboard.
Got 1 out. 1 out. 1 out, no.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 24, Joey Oki.
Double play still in effect here, Justin. Looks like they're still at regular depth. What else do you see? Churchman at first. Grease's pitch to Joey Oki. In the dirt. Oki holds up the left hand, keeping Miller at third. Mark High goes through the signs quickly. Joey Oki gets back in. No pitch clock here in high school, but they are moving things along. The 1-0. Swung on and missed. Runners at the corners. For Oki, a .321 hitter. The pitch. Swung on and missed again. Almost the exact same pitch as the one before. And again, Grease gets ahead of a dangerous hitter. The 1-2. It is a called third strike, and Oki is the second out of the inning. First strikeout of the game for Grease, and there's 2 away here in the Jaguar half of the first. Big pitch there.
There was a big pitch. Set down the cleanup hitter, makes it 2 outs. Runner still in the corner. Grease trying to get out of this first inning with limited damage.
We talked about confidence in the open. Feeling it there?
I think Grease is feeling it. Just struck out the cleanup hitter looking and make sure there's 2 outs.
First pitch is to Kyle Miller, who's only getting his second at-bat of the varsity season. Thought maybe there'd be a switch there with that lineup, but Miller holds the runner. Big spot for him, the senior.
Third baseman, number 1, Kyle Miller.
So now a ground ball gets you out, or a fly ball. Grease, though, has fallen behind on this hitter, 2-0. Miller looking for his first hit of the season. The pitch is in there for a called strike. Churchman at first. Easton Miller at third. The pitch just off the plate. The Hawk faithful thinking that was a little closer. The umpire's wearing maroon. The 3-1 coming. Runner going, and it's ball 4, bases loaded. So Easton Miller will stay at third. Churchman will go down to second, and Kyle Miller at first, and that'll bring in Lucas Brule. Brule on the season, a 300 hitter, slugging .333. He has driven in 9. And again, base hit here, Justin, really can open things up early for the Jaguars.
It would, but I think the Ankeny confidence would still be high, even though it would give up a run or 2, but Grease looking calm and collected out there on the mound, even though with the bases loaded.
First pitch is a strike. Second one coming to Lucas. Inside, and he still swings at that one, fouled it off. And it's 0-2. Home plate umpire goes out to clean off that. That's not dirt, that's some type of debris or tape. Moves it outside the right side of the batter's box. And Grease is a strike away from getting out of this first inning jam. Comes set, fires. Off the plate, just missed. He's working that corner.
Jaguars hitters doing a great job with the eyes and raising that pinch count of Grease here early in the first inning.
The 1-2 is low, and it evens it up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. It's not quite Little League pitching rules where you got to watch all the pitch count, but there is still pitch counts to contend with in the varsity level. But running up and getting into the bullpen is key for both of these teams here today. Grease's pitch. That's a called third strike, and the Jaguars lead them full. We've played half an inning. No score. Ankeny coming up.
So when an athlete walks into Nick Jarash Fitness, the one thing we want them to know is that this is a phenomenal community. We have the best coaching. We have the best technology. We have the programming that can help them succeed. So whether it's trying to get on JV for the first time, going to that next level on varsity, going from a second string to an all-state player, we have the tools, we have the programming and the coaching in order to take each individual to their next level.
Ball only left the infield in that top half of the inning for the Jaguars, but a walk, a couple of infield hits, and a loaded base situation. Jaguars come up empty on their first half and do up for Ankeny. It'll be Ben Sandvig, Max Watson, and then Jack Clevidence. And if anybody gets on, it's Carson Agan, Reed Johnson, and then Evan Erlmeyer, Kinnick Voss, Karsten, and then Ryan Mayer to close things out for the lineup for the Hawks. Bernholtz, I have got to write. See, this is Justin. This is first lesson right here. You have to write so you can read your handwriting, right?
Or you just write Eric and you mean Easton.
Well, the thing is, with Easton Miller, his granddad is one of the scorekeepers up on the north side for girls basketball and for basketball in general. He'll give me an earful whenever I'm not right. So you never know who's listening, Justin. That's my first lesson to you today. You got anybody listening? Did you tell anybody you were doing this today?
I posted it on all social media, so hopefully people are out there listening.
There you go. Snapping it up all over.
Oh, yeah.
No score after half an inning here. Ankeny will come to the plate as the opening pitches
The second baseman, number
as
7,
Emerson Alberhaski.
Sandvig.
Alberhaski is pitching 1-0 this season with a .88 ERA. And he'll face Ben Sandvig, the first of 3 Sandvigs. The next generation.
Sandvig digging in on the right side, batting .262 today.
Shows bunt. Not surprised there, are you?
Not really. Got good wheels, can beat it out.
The 0-1 is off the plate, as caught by Nick Severson behind the plate from Alberhaski. Infield, well, Oki's cheating in a little bit there at third. Sandvig swings away and misses and falls behind, a ball and 2 strikes. Outfield, pretty well straight ahead, just a little bit shaded away to left is Easton Miller in center. The 1-2 is low, bounces towards the Ankeny side of the infield. As Jack Clevidence delivers that back to the umpire. Trying to build goodwill. He's not pitching today.
No, he's not, but maybe giving that ball might sway a few calls. Who knows?
2-2 is hit on the ground towards the left side and through. Sandvig on board with a leadoff base hit as Lucas Brule and Kyle Miller not able to get that one. So the Hawks have their leadoff runner aboard to start things off.
Now batting, the catcher, number 2, Max Watson.
So 1 on, nobody out here in the Hawk half of the first. Watson will come in from the left side of the plate, and Sandvig, he'll look to those signs from Coach Balvance down on the left side. Throws off his protective gear, puts on the oven mitt. We'll see if he goes. Alberhaski checks, looks back, shakes up, throws. That is a called strike. Throw over to first. Ball does come back to the mound. No hidden ball trick. The 0-1 is fouled off left side towards softball. And that's likely onto the field. Plenty of people standing up on the bleachers of softball watching both games if they can. Early on it was Centennial 1-0 in that softball game. Pitch is again fouled off to the left side, and this one's a little more towards the concession stand here. Hazy day. Kind of had those wildfire smoke. I don't know if you saw the pictures from New York today. Did you see that at Citi Field?
I did. I saw it at Yankee Stadium too. It actually looked pretty cool, but man, it'd be tough to play baseball in that weather.
The 0-2 to Watson is lifted in the air towards left. Taking 2 steps in, now jogging in 2 more, and making the catch is Joey Oki. So Watson's retired on the fly ball, 1 away, and that'll bring in the junior.
The left fielder, number 5, Jack Clevidence.
Jack Clevidence batting .273 on the season and has brought in 6 runs so far this year. See what he can do with Sandvig on first.
1 out, and the pitch coming from Alberhaski. First pitch swung on and hit foul onto the track, just past the infield dirt if you would play it down the line. Clevidence, one of those confidence guys. Always thinks he can hit, throw, make any play. In softball, it's Ankeny 3, Centennial 1. And that's the way that game goes right now. This one here, no score. Jaguars loaded the bases in their half of the first, and the Hawks have their leadoff runner. Clevedon swings away on 0-1 and fouls it off again to the right side, this time out of the park. Clevedon's in that 3 spot as a junior, has kind of made his way in through this junior class, played a lot last year, little bit there as that freshman campaign, has committed to the University of Evansville. They want him as a pitcher, but he is a ball player. Hits the curveball, smacks it towards right, but right at the right fielder, Cole Greider, who makes the catch, and there's 2 away on the Hawk half here of the first.
Now batting number 3, the third baseman, Carson Agan.
Give me the digits on Carson there, Justin.
Carson Agan coming in on the right side. He's batting .319, and he's brought in 10 runs so far this season. Carson Agan has also walked 7 times so far this year.
Quick throw back to first. Boy, if the throw was on time, I think Sandvig was going to be out. He had taken a second lead. In fact, you can see his tracks down there on the first base side. It's well on his way. Groundskeepers are going to make him fill in those holes. The 1-0 is a called strike from Alberhaski. Came right back at him. Alberhaski's thrown a lot of good pitches here after giving the leadoff hit to Sandvig. Gotten a couple of Hawk hitters to fly out. Tries to do the same with Agan. The pitch. That's off his hands. It's going to bounce in front of first. It's going to be an easy play for Damon Churchman. And the Hawks, after the leadoff hit, go 1-2-3. We've played 1 full inning, no score. Hawks lead 1. The second coming up.
West 40 Market in Uptown Ankeny is your place to shop for the best meats. Steaks, brats, jerky, and everything in between. Let us be your one-stop shop for all your favorite cuts. All raised on local Iowa farms. Shopping local never tasted so good.
Laura here, proud to be the team for all your legal needs. Just a reminder to stick around after the game for the LGL Player of the Game. Go Jags!
Hawks leave 1. We've played 1, no score between Ankeny Centennial and Ankeny here this afternoon at Ankeny High School. Coming up for the Hawks this week, they are going to play 2 tonight against Centennial, then they're at Urbandale tomorrow, then against Lewis Central to end the week before Valley, Dowling, Waukee, Johnston. So a lot of tough games ahead for the Hawks. For the Jaguars, tonight, with the 2 on the road here at Ankeny, then at Southeast Polk, Davenport Central, Cedar Rapids, Kennedy, then Waukee Northwest. So there's some tough ones in there. There's no sleepers really in 4A.
There's not, but you still got Centennial that is still number 1 in the state and is going to be looked to be hunted for that top spot.
The man who made the last play of the last half inning leads off, and that's Cole Greider. Watches the first pitch high. Greider in on that right side, batting .200. Second pitch is in there, in that tough hit up and in area, evens the count at 1-1. Greider, Alberhaski, and Brule as the pitch is hit towards Voss, who throws across to Mayer, digs it out, and there's 1 away.
Now batting, the pitcher, number 23, Emerson Alberhaski.
So that'll be the pitcher. Emerson, a junior. The pitch coming from Grease. Curveball hit again towards Voss, this time to his right. Throws across, and just in front of the play, a bang-bang play, and another 6-3 and another out for the Hawks.
So far this inning, Grease has looked confident after getting out of that jam in the first inning.
3 pitches? 4.
3 or 4 pitches so far. Grease has looked good in here second inning, getting out of that first inning bases loaded jam.
Like you said, Justin, a little confidence can go a long way. Let's see what Brule can do out of the windup. He sets and fires. First pitch sails out of the zone. That's what you call the announcer's jinx. Said he's grooving. Don't say a word. Time is called. Sandvik playing all the way on the grass there at second. Curveball, kind of a tough swing from Brule. I think he couldn't hold up as he saw that one break back in.
Egan looks like he's tuning in a little bit there on third base side, while the rest of the infield looks like playing back over by the grass.
The 1-1 is fouled off of Brule. That always is the hurt. That always hurts.
It does.
Shin, ankle,
top of the foot, knee.
And the umpire does a nice routine of walking the ball out to the pitcher to give the hitter just a little bit of time to collect. Two away here in the Jaguar half of the first. Number 9 hitter, Isaac Brule. He's down a ball and 2 strikes. That one's off the plate. And the count will even up at 2-2. The pitch. Close, but not enough.
Count runs full with 2 away here in the top of the second inning.
The pitch. Strike 3.
Alex Carice goes 1-2-3 here in the top half of the second inning.
So Brule, that is the 3rd strikeout of the game for Grease. We've played an inning and a half. No score. Ankeny due up after this.
Everything we do is here to benefit the client. Every decision that's needed to be made, the first question you should ask is, does this benefit the client, and is this the best thing for the client?
Our goal is to make a difference. We have the tools, resources, training, and leadership to make a difference in our agents' lives and their careers. And then they can then take that to make a difference in their clients' lives and ultimately make a difference in our communities.
We are available basically 24/7 to make sure that our agents are getting the support they need to look like $1 million in front of their clients.
Welcome to the inaugural broadcast here on Ankeny Activities Network, as we try to bring you more Ankeny activities. So if you want to be a part of this, how would you do that, Andy? Call you? Send an email?
Yeah, smoke signals are really good.
Smoke signals is how you get a hold, and when I mean smoke signals, I mean barbecue smoke. Go to the Facebook page, send a message, and say, I want to be a part of this, and Andy will get back to you here on the Ankeny Activities Network. Due up for the Hawks here in their half of the second. Reed Johnson, Evan Erlmeyer, and Kinnick Voss. If anybody gets a hold, it'll be Karsten Bernholtz, and the first pitch is a strike to Reed Johnson. Reed, one of those dual sport athletes. Played some football. 78 degrees. The wind is out of the east-southeast at 7 miles an hour, 66% humidity. It is a beautiful day for baseball. Punch towards the right side, couple of hops, and over to first goes Isaac Brule to Damon Churchman, and there's one away.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 17, Evan Erlmeyer.
Another one of those football guys. Erlmeyer emerged as a sophomore on the Hawk team last year when there was a couple of injuries, and he did not relent on his opportunity. He's now getting a chance to play baseball on a regular basis. Holds that bat, swings it foul, high chopper, nearly would have been into the dugout if there was not a net there. Erlmeyer, a .413 hitter, playing center today for Coach Balvance. He's down in the count, 0-1. That's low. One thing Evan has is speed. There's a couple of guys that have some speed, and that can't coach that one. Nice curveball there from Alberhask.
No, Paul, you can. And during football season, he played in the slot a lot. That's where a lot of those fast guys go, is in slot. Get open, burn the defense. So this is one kid you would like to see run.
The 1-2 is outside. Coach Jeff Bauer, new football coach for Ankeny, trying to devise ways to figure out a way to get Evan the ball in the fall. Swung on and missed. And Erlmeyer is out. The former Storm Chaser heads back to the bench.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 29, Kenny Voss.
Voss is another one of those sophomores that was figuring in for some football time, but an injury kind of set him back mid-season. He's batting here, playing shortstop today. No batting gloves, looks at the first pitch.
Old school, no batting gloves there.
If anybody knows that he's old school, it's Kennick Voss. That kid loves the game, has since a young age. First pitch.
Kennick is batting .410 so far on this season.
Great attitude about life. Little league umpire. He does it all. I think he goes to class sometimes. I should ask him about that. The 2-0 is off the plate. Walks as good of a hit if you're Kennick Voss. The 3-0. In there for a get-me-over strike. Still in the driver's seat is Erlmeyer, or is Voss, sorry. That pitch is low, and it's a 2-out walk issued to Kennick Voss.
Next up, the right fielder, number 28, Karsten Bernholtz.
Only the 4th walk of the season issued by Alberhaski, and gives the free pass to Voss. So there's 1 on with 2 out here in the bottom of the 2nd. Bernholtz, first pitch offering is low. Quick throw back to first, not in time as Churchman applies the token tag. The 1-0 coming. High. On deck, Ryan Mayer, the senior, waits for his chance. See if he bats in this inning or leads off. They throw back over to Voss at first. Alberhaski comes set. Kicks. Voss is off on the pitch. The throw to second is wide, and it's into center field. Voss is going to hustle down to second. Good quick throw to third is in time. He is out at third. Great play. Easton Miller. Actually, that was the second baseman, Isaac Brule, who threw it to Kyle Miller. It only squirted just a little bit past him. Not enough to advance the run, but Voss had to push the issue. And that is how the rare 4-5 put out. So if you've got Fungo Bingo, you just probably hit a square. 3 outs, ends the 2nd. No score. Justin will have the 3rd when we come back.
DeArmond certified used vehicles aren't the same as the rest.
Every DeArmond certified vehicle receives a 175-point inspection and comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 2-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, and DeArmond Care. Wheel, dent, windshield repair, repel paint and windshield protection, and a full tank of fuel.
Buy with confidence, knowing you made a wise decision with DeArmond Certified.
Find DeArmond certified used vehicles at DeArmondFord.com.
Welcome back to Ankeny Activities Network. I'm here with Paul Yeager, and a silent game so far, 0-0 here in the top half of the 3rd. Grease looking pretty good so far. I have a gain out of the first inning jam. How about you would say, Paul? How'd this pitcher go in the 2nd inning for Centennial?
It went much better second. Just kind of felt a little more flow. Now it's also the bottom half of the order, so he's going to have his hands full with Easton Miller.
All right, Easton Miller top half of the 1st, and here comes the first pitch of the inning. It's a swing and a miss, and it's strike one.
He was swinging for the fence right there.
Grease in the windup, and here comes the 0-1. Just a bit outside for 1-1.
Good job, Uke. Yeah.
Count is now 2-1 with the ball low. Here comes Grease in the windup back for the 2-1. Fouled off to the backstop.
Miller, his first time, he had that little blooper over third, got him on, and he was stranded at third. Let's see the second time through, Justin. It can be an advantage for the hitter.
Here's the 2-2, and strike three, and that is the fourth strikeout so far for Alex Grease.
Good looking pitch right there on the outside part of the corner. Just kind of broke back off the plate. Nice pitch there.
The catcher, number 2, Nick Severson.
Nick Severson put down a bunt in the first inning and got on, and here he is for his second at bat, and here comes Grease to the plate. A little outside, and it'll be 1-0. Grease in the windup. Here comes the 1-0 line, and that will get down about center, right center, left center field. Throw back in, and it'll hold Severson to a single. Evan Erlmeyer throws it back in.
Now batting the first baseman, number 7, Damon Churchman.
Churchman hit into a fielder's choice back there in the first. Couple of interesting plays. The Hawks are trying to turn 2 there. Right now, a double play gets him out of the inning, trying to get a roll, but man, Churchman, tough out.
He is, and he showed it in the first inning. What was it, like 10 pitches in the first? Grease on, just outside a little bit. 1-0, Grease into the stretch, looking over at first to keep Severson honest over there at first. Here comes the 1-0, and the throw back to first.
Mayer was pretty gentle on that tag. You got to slap that thing down.
2-0 is the count. Grease looking over back at first. Here comes the 2-0. And there goes the runner, and no throw as it gets away from Watson. Foul ball.
I didn't hear it. I just saw the home plate umpire threw his hands up right away. So sometimes the sound gets muffled, and
right.
We're also however many feet away from home, too. I'll take the guy 3 feet from there than my view.
Yeah. 2-1, Grease back, and the throws back to first. He's back in there.
So Easton not taking a very big lead, but he was off on that pitch, as you said, Justin, and he's just about to the edge of that grass.
2-1, Grease back, and he'll throw back again. Severson back in there safe.
This is how I'm going to show my age, Justin. That would be in the old cutout of the infield of the turf days. You'd say you had 1 foot on the carpet. That's about where Miller is now.
2-1, Grease to the plate. Bat straight up in the air. Out to Bernholtz for a catch and put away. There's now 2 away out here in the third, as Severson retreats back to first base.
Next up, the left fielder, number 24, Joey Oakey.
Joey struck out in the first inning. Looking, Grease got the better of Oakey there. 1 on, 2 outs here in the top of the third. Grease in the stretch will throw back to first again. Severson stays and back in. Here comes the 0-0. Is in there for a strike. Grease 0-1 in the stretch. We'll come home with it. And a swing and a miss. Now it's 0-2. Joey Oki has fallen behind. Here 0-2. Alex Grease trying to get out of the, looks like a one-hit single in the stretch. The 0-2. Severson with a decent lead over there at first. Fly ball out to left field. Jack Clevidence retreating under it, and that will end the inning.
On the warning track.
Jack Clevidence had to run a long way for that one. As that will do it for the top half of the third. We still have the same scores, 0-0.
So when an athlete walks into Nick Drosh Fitness, the one thing we want them to know is that this is a phenomenal community. We have the best coaching. We have the best technology. We have the programming that can help them succeed. So whether it's trying to get on JV for the first time, going to that next level on varsity, going from a second string to an all-state player, we have the tools, we have the programming and the coaching in order to take each individual to their next level.
Oh, good.
We're back here at Ankeny with a score of 0-0, and we're going to play the bottom half of the third inning. So far, the pitching, it's been a pitching duel so far.
I have to admit, I mean, the thing about, I was thinking about it during the break, Grease there, he really geared up for Churchman and Oki. He got ahead both times on both of those guys. That to me shows got some confidence and he knows who he needs to attack, and that's why he got the ball here in game one.
And then both times facing Churchman and Oki had runners on, and playing under pressure there, maybe be helping Grease out a little bit here tonight.
That's right. So Bernholtz will get a chance to bat again because of the pickoff play.
Be Bernholtz, and that'll be Mayer, and that'll be the top of the order with Ben Sandvig. And then if a runner gets on, we'll have Max Watson and Jack Levidence. Alberhowski out here, out of the windup. The 0-0 be a hard swing there, and it'll be 0-1 to start off the bottom half of the third. The 0-1 is a swing and a miss. It'll be 0-2.
Same location, different speed there on that one.
The 0-2. Low and outside. Be 1-2. Like you said earlier, there is no pitch clock here in high school baseball, but these pitchers are moving pretty quickly here tonight.
Love it. Keeps us all interested.
Here comes the 1-2. Outside, back to the backstop. It'll be 2-2.
What, Mayer made Sandvik run and get that? Mayer's the on-deck guy. That's his ball.
I mean, that is his ball.
Man.
Popped up, heading behind second base. Isaac Brule with the catch to get the first out of the inning. And coming to the plate will be Ryan Mayer, batting .390 on the season.
Number 20, Ryan Mayer.
First at bat of the game here for Ryan Mayer, batting .390, stepping in from the right side. The 0-0 on its way. It is in there.
Tough breaking pitch there. That thing had an
moved
Adam
a lot.
Wainwright 12-6 there.
That pitch moved a lot. Here comes the 0-1 Demare. And outside. Here comes the 1-1. Is in there, right on the paint. Good location there on a 1-1. Here comes the 1-2. That one's outside to the backstop, and it's back even 2-2.
A couple of those two-strike pitches, Alberhasky's kind of throwing them way out, not just make you think out, but way out. of takes that guess. Kind of want to keep that thing a little closer.
Here comes the 2-2 to Mayer and fouled off.
I think Mayer's been guessing a couple of opposite pitches than what he's been seeing. He's just not had really good swings on these first couple.
Here comes a 2-2. Fouled away to the right side. And I did not hear a ball hit a car, so that's a good sign. Alberhowski to the plate on 2-2. And fouled off again.
So now Mayer's starting to run up the pitch count a little bit on Alberhowski after that first one. Just kind of trying to foul off until he gets something he wants. Let's see, I bet maybe breaking ball, nobody's on.
I would say so. Breaking ball, maybe in on the plate to try to bunch him up maybe a little bit here. And here comes another 2-2 out of the windup. Got him chasing outside. And that will set down to a 2-3 foot out.
Second strikeout of the game for Alberhowski.
Now to the plate to start.
Now batting, top of the lineup, the second baseman, number 7, Ben Sandvig.
Sandvig singled in the first inning in between third base and short.
That was the 14th strikeout of the season for Alberhowski, which makes it tied for second best on the team with Easton Pratt. They're all looking up at Joey Oki's 50 strikeouts.
Two pitches away, and it's now 2-0 as Alberhowski has fallen behind here with 2 away here in the bottom of the third. And here comes the 2-0. And it's a good swing and a miss by Ben Sandvig to make the count 2-1.
He took a big cut on there, as you said. He's not thinking like, remember he showed bunt in the first pitch of the game. They were far from that there.
Here comes the 2-1. Ground ball right back to Alberhowski. He'll go over and flip it on to Damon Churchman to end the third inning. We're through 3 here at Ankeny. It is 0-0.
West 40 Market in Uptown Ankeny is your place to shop for the best meats, steaks, brats, jerky, and everything in between. Let us be your one-stop shop for all your favorite cuts, all raised on local Iowa farms. Shopping local never tasted so good.
Laura here, proud to be the team for all your legal needs. Just a reminder to stick around after the game for the LGL Player of the Game. Go Jags!
No score in the first 3 innings. It's zeros all across. The Jaguars have a couple of hits, so do the Hawks, but nobody's been able to get anybody past third. Here, as we go to the 4th for the Jaguars, they'll send up Kyle Miller, Lucas Brule, and Cole Greider. This is the Ankeny Activities Network. I'm Paul Yeager. That's Justin Schliemann. Our producer today is Andy Pollock. And the people bringing you this activity and the sneak peek of the Ankeny Activities Network, it's brought to you by these local boosters. That's Nick Jarash Fitness, Weichert Realtors, the 515 Agency, Ted Sandine Photography, Extreme Services, Sinorama and Ankeny, Amy Widerin with Coldwell Banker, Freedom Tire and Auto Service Center, and Lamberti, Goki, and Lucci bring you the Ankeny Activities Network here. Back to the hill, Alex Grease.
So far through 3, hasn't let up anything.
Number 1, Kyle Miller.
Miller walked in his first at-bat. He'll dig in from the right side here as we move to the middle portion of the game here in the top of the 4th. First pitch is low. Crowd starting to fill in a little bit on the right side for Centennial. Underneath here, still some seats. And the Hawk faithful to our left, kind of filling in some of those gaps, and we have ourselves a nice crowd. The Pitch is fouled to the right side, just off the right hand of Coach Mark High. E9, or E10, I guess his number is 9. He's the 10th, but needs to make a little better effort, get his feet in front of it. The 1-1 on the way. Lifted in the air towards left center, or right center, coming over from right, making the catch is Carson Bernholtz.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 5, Lucas Brule.
Over on the softball diamond, Ankeny leads Centennial 5-2. That is in the bottom of the third, so we've now passed them in pace, but not in scoring. Bunt is right back at Grease. He's got to hurry, gets it down to Mayer for the out. Ryan navigates the sun from that right side. That ball kind of, it started and then just died.
The right fielder, number 3, Cole Grider.
The right fielder comes in, who was ground out back in the second. Those were on those back-to-back plays to Voss. He bats here in the fourth. The first pitch from Grease is off the plate and to the backstop for ball 1. The 1-0 is in there for a called strike as the right arm goes up for Todd Richards behind the plate, joined today by Zachary Hovick. A reminder, you always need umpires. There's no shortage of work. That pitch is low. You ever umpired?
I have not, no. It's going
You ever
to.
gotten on an umpire?
Yeah.
Okay.
Many times, yeah.
Just making sure. The 2-1. Fouled back into the screen. I early on learned I couldn't call the strike. I didn't have a consistent zone. But I can watch the replays over and over again and make my own decisions.
I've also learned early on not to argue with the ump. They got a better view than you do, even though if you think you do, they're right behind there.
And when you're 8, chances are you don't know the rules any better.
Right.
The 2-2 is a called third strike. Grider is down. That's out number 3. Strikeout number 5 for Grease. We've played 3.5. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Hawks and Jaguars tied at 0.
Everything we do is here to benefit the client. Every decision that's needed to be made, the first question you should ask is, does this benefit the client, and is this the best thing for the client?
Our goal is to make a difference. We have the tools, resources, training, and leadership to make a difference in our agents' lives and their careers. And then they can then take that to make a difference in their clients' lives and ultimately make a difference in our communities.
We are available basically 24/7 to make sure that our agents are getting the support they need to look like $1 million in front of their clients.
Hawks and Jaguars all knotted up. Due up for the Hawks this inning, Max Watson, Jack Clevidence, and Carson Hagan. If anybody gets on, it'll be Reed Johnson. It's not been a minimum game, but both of these teams, Justin Schliemann, have been pitching, fielding, pretty clean so far. What have you seen?
Pretty clean so far. No errors so far through the 3.5 innings that we've played so far. And pitching's been lights out for Centennial, only giving up 1 hit so far. And then Grease just playing off his confidence and momentum, getting out of the first inning jam and then going clean for second and third. And then fourth also. So far, good pitching battle.
Jaguars have been in very few single games like this. They played Valley back on the last day of May to a 3-0 game. Other than that, the closest one was 6-1, whereas the Hawks, they had a 2-1 game against Northwest earlier this week and a 4-3 win against Southeast Polk. That one, I know one of those games in the doubleheader went to extra innings, so things haven't been close. And it is a beautiful day here for baseball, and Max Watson from the left side. First pitch here in the fourth is inside for a ball. We talk about the breeze. We talk about the visibility. If you look to our left from our press box vantage across to the football field, a little bit of haze, Not quite that same haze when you look out this way.
Beautiful night for baseball.
Well hit, and that's going to get down, and that's going to go all the way to the wall. Watson rounding first, digging for second. He'll be in there with a stand-up double to lead off the Hawk fourth here in the crosstown matchup.
Next up, number 5, the left fielder, Jack Clevenance.
So Clevenance, who flied out back in the third. Remember, this is kind of what happened to Alberhaski.
Number 27, Drew Taylor.
Drew Taylor will run at second for the catcher. So Taylor has been one of the primary courtesy runners for the Hawks this season. Stands in at second. Give Watson a break.
Yeah. Jack Clevenance has brought in 6 runs so far. If he gets the pitch he wants, he'll try to make it 7 here. 0 outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning.
Alberhaski looks left and right, back to the left, throws the first pitch into the dirt. Dug out there by Severson. And Clevenance is ahead to start this at-bat. Outfield pretty much where they've been. Not a lot of changes have happened in this game. Maybe a step to the right. Clevenance punches it to the right side. That's going to get the runner across. So Clevenance does what needs to get Taylor over. And Clevenance is out 4-3 for the first out here in the 4th.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 3, Carson Agan.
Your cleanup hitter comes in, who hit it towards the right side to end the first, trying to get something to get that runner. Anyway, hit in the air towards center. That actually will do it. Taylor will tag up. It's a shallow hit. Here comes the throw. Great throw down the line, but it's not in time. Hawks score first on a sacrifice fly by Carson Agan.
Next up, the designated hitter, number 1, Reed Johnson.
Easton Miller made that catch. He set it up just exactly how you're coached to do, but it wasn't enough to get Taylor. That throw was about just a half beat late, and the Hawks up first 1-0. Go back to the Clevenance at bat, Justin. That was huge, getting that runner into over to third.
Was huge. Moving over to third really set up that play.
That's hit towards right. Back, taking a couple of steps to his left, is Greider, who ends yet another inning, but not before the Hawks strike first. Ankeny leads 1-0. We've played 4 from Ankeny High School.
DeArmond certified used vehicles aren't the same as the rest.
Every DeArmond certified vehicle receives a 175-point inspection and comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 2-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, and DeArmond Care. Wheel, dent, windshield repair, repel paint and windshield protection, and a full tank of fuel.
Buy with confidence, knowing you made a wise decision with DeArmond Certified.
Find DeArmond certified used vehicles at DeArmondFord.com.
West 40 Market in Uptown Ankeny is your place to shop for the best meats, steaks, brats, jerky, and everything in between. Let us be your one-stop shop for all your favorite cuts, all raised on local Iowa farms. Shopping local never tasted so good.
Alex Grease has a run to work with on a leadoff double by Max Watson. His courtesy runner was Drew Taylor, sacrificed over to third on a ground out by Clevenance, and Carson Agan, the sacrifice fly. That's the game's only run. Four innings in, we go to the top of the 5th. Emerson Alberhaski to lead things off for Centennial. Then it's Isaac Brule and Easton Miller. 1-0 here in the top of the 5th. The first pitch is in there for a called strike. Alberhaski grounded out to short back in the second. That was the second out of the inning. That's when Grease really kind of started to feel a little bit better as he gets ahead now with another strike on the outside part of the plate. He's up 0-2. The pitch. Fastball hit up the middle. Base hit will get through. Sandvig, that thing, even if he did get to it, wasn't going to be enough to field it cleanly. The 0-2 no out hit up the middle for Alberhaski. And I'm sure we'll get a courtesy runner here for the pitcher. And it looks like it's Cole Pieper. I think that's a 6. It looks like Cole. Cole at first. Cole Pieper.
Courtesy runner, Cole Pieper. Batting, the second baseman, number 29, Isaac Brule.
Brule struck out back in the second. Alberhaski does his job, now sits down for a moment and lets Pieper do the work. First pitch strike. Quick throw down to first. That's going to get him if it's there on time. And it is! Watson on the throwback erases Pieper. So both teams now, Justin, have had a runner erased from the bases.
That is true. Well, that also helps Grease out now because so far he's been dominant going through the windup, and he'll go right back to the windup with no one on.
Isaac Brule, the 0-1. And that's on the outside part of the plate. Catches enough of the black to get a raised right arm. 1-0 here in the top of the 5th. 1 out in the Jaguar half of the 5th. The pitch. Outside. That pitch is hit towards Voss. Takes a couple of steps. Great hop. Pick up on the hop, but sends Mayer up the line. I think if Kinnick had to do it again, he probably fields that one on the... Going to give an error to Voss on that one. He just kind of waited one too many hops and then sent... I think the throw... I don't know. The throw's on time. Is it there, if it's on the right side?
It would have been awful close there, Paul. But, yeah, if it was there, it would have been a very close play there at first. And now Grease going back to the stretch.
He faces Easton Miller, who's 1 for 2. Had a single to lead off the game in the first and a strikeout in the third. He bats here in the 5th with the tying run on first. That pitch is a strike. So pretty good game, debut game here for the Ankeny Activities Network.
Good old pitching duel so far.
Love it. Love it, love it. The 1-1 coming from Grease. In there for a strike. Miller kind of set up on the inside part of that batter's box, thinking it was inside. That one kind of escapes back up off Watson. He was set up on the outside part of the plate. Ball came back up in. Evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Grease looks back at first. That's where Brule is. That pitch is low, gets away. Throw down to second's not going to be in time. Ball gets away from Voss, and Brule is down to second on the pass ball. So now Easton Miller is a single away from tying this game, if it's hitting the right spot. The 3-2. It's called third strike. Sixth strikeout of the game for Grease.
Catcher, number 2, Nick Severson.
And it comes at a huge time for the Hawks. And it'll be up to the .538 hitting Nick Severson, the catcher, to extend this inning and tie things up. And a balk, as the base umpire says, kind of tells Grease what he did. And so now we're a pass ball, and Coach Balvance is going to go out and ask for an explanation. 5-4 over in softball, top 4. Ankeny still leads Centennial in that one. Balvance gets his explanation, makes his way back to the dugout. Little gamesmanship there. Just remind as Watson, Voss, and Agan are all there, and now Mayer comes to join the party. Sandvik goes back to second. Infield is at regular depth. The play is at first here. Severson grounded out and had a single. First pitch is low. They appeal the swing, say no go. The 1-0. Swung on and missed by Severson. Evens up the count. The pitch. Breaks. No, it does not. It comes straight in on the hands and never breaks. So now Severson back in the driver's seat. Grease quickly comes set. To the belt. Same pitch. Gets away from the catcher, Watson, and the run's going to score. We're tied at 1. So Brule now Coach Balvance is out thinking that's a foul ball. And he is in dangerous territory there when he gets a little heated. High school umpires don't quite have these, coaches don't quite have the same leash that they do in the majors or the minors. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hawks are a strike from getting out of this inning, but the damage is already done. That's a and that's a foul ball. Severson looks for the pitch. That's outside, and the count goes full. Damon Churchman on deck. If you're the Hawks, you'd like to see him come up first in the 6th, not bat with a runner on in the 5th. Grease comes set. Kicks, fires. Strike 3! But the damage is done. Centennial pushes a run across.
The Jaguars in the top of the 5th.
On an air, a pass ball, a balk, and a wild pitch. Little League style all the way through. We're tied at 1 here from Ankeny High School.
Everything we do is here to benefit the client. Every decision that's needed to be made, the first question you should ask is, does this benefit the client, and is this the best thing for the client?
Our goal is to make a difference. We have the tools, resources, training, and leadership to make a difference in our agents' lives and their careers. And then they can then take that to make a difference in their clients' lives and ultimately make a difference in our communities.
We are available basically 24/7 to make sure that our agents are getting the support they need to look like $1 million in front of their clients.
Centennial scores in the 5th. Ankeny scored in the 4th. They each put one little chicken scratch up. And we're even at 1, due up 4. The Ankeny Hawks in their half of the 5th. It'll be Erlmeyer, Voss, and Bernholtz. If anybody gets on, it's Ryan Mayer. This is the Ankeny Activities Network. I'm Paul Yeager. He's Justin Schliemann. Andy Pollock, our producer-director today. Wave it home, Andy. As Emerson Alberhaski goes to work, he's thrown a great game so far.
Yeah, he's thrown a great game so far. 2 hits, and got the 1 run. That 1 run was set up by the sac fly.
Erlmeyer struck out back in the 2nd. Bats here in the bottom of the 5th. First pitch on the way. Lifted in the air towards right and center. Going over is center. And making the catch is Easton Miller. First pitch, 1 out in the 5th.
Next up, the shortstop, number 29,
The sophomore Voss comes in. He's 0 for 0 after walking back in the second, but he was out on a play at second. His first pitch is lifted again towards Miller. Still drifting over as Miller makes the catch. 2 pitches, 2 outs for Alberhaski. That's one way to save your bullpen.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 28, Karsten Bernholz.
Going for the immaculate inning. Yeah. Let's see if Bernholz just takes one just to keep that stat from getting entered. Swings and lifts it foul. He was going for it. Out of play. Well short of any cars, Justin. You're fine.
Yeah.
You always say as a coach to the kids, throw strikes, and that's exactly what Alberhaski has done.
Go strikes and let your defense pick you up. As a great play by the second baseman, Isaac Brule, to help Alberhaski out of the 4-pitch bottom of 5th.
Pretty easy inning for the Jags. They'll come up with the 3-4-5 when we return on the Ankeny Activities Network.
DeArmond certified used vehicles aren't the same as the rest.
Every DeArmond certified vehicle receives a 175-point inspection and comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 2-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, and DeArmond Care. Wheel, dent, windshield repair, repel paint and windshield protection, and a full tank of fuel.
Buy with confidence, knowing you made a wise decision with DeArmond Certified.
Find DeArmond certified used vehicles at DeArmondFord.com.
All right, a little clarification, Justin. Perfect inning is 3 pitches and an out. An immaculate inning is 9 pitches.
9 pitches, 9 strikes, 3 strikeouts.
Okay. I make sure to get my terminology correct there. My apologies. We're here in the top of the 6th. 1-1's our score between Ankeny Centennial and Ankeny. This is a pretty darn good ball game. It's been good pitching, and up until last inning, good defense. It was the Hawks giving up an error, a pass ball, a balk, and a wild pitch. But Alex Grease has struck out 7 Jaguars, and he'll face the ever-tough Damon Churchman.
It's even better because this is just game 1 of the doubleheader.
We're going to have game 1 here on the Ankeny Activities Network today. First pitch is hit towards right, and that's going to flare in and be a little duck snort in front of Bernholz.
Grease so far has done a pretty good job with traffic on the bases, only giving up 1 run and getting out of a couple innings with runners on.
Looks like a line drive in the scorebook there for Churchman. Gets the job done, and now Oki's looking to find a little turf just like that. Give his team some life here in the 6th. Grease looks back over at the runner. Churchman at first. In the dirt, little late start, throw back down to first, and Mayer just kind of couldn't quite get that turned and slapped down on Churchman. It was a throw right in the center. That needs to be on the bag side there to give him the best opportunity. But Watson made a nice play just to get that one out of the dirt.
The runner there did a great job sliding to the outside part of the bag, too.
Grease's pitch. Misses. 2-0. Oki 0 for 2, a strikeout in the first, fly out to left, back in the third. He gave that one a ride, and it was about 5 feet short of a home run. And now 3-0 on Oki. Swung on and missed, got a little piece of it. Foul ball. Oki swinging on 3-0, not surprised. He has the green light anytime he wants, as he should, batting. Just a great baseball IQ for Oki. The pitch from Grease. On the outside part of the plate, strike 2. Churchman away from first. Oki at the plate. The pitch from Grease coming. Swung on and fouled back. Put a charge into that one. And we'll do it all again. Grease looks over at first, turns the shoulders back to the plate. Comes set. Ball 4, Okie on, 2 on, nobody out. And the Jaguar fans starting to make a little noise here as they finally had something to cheer about. Val Vance is coming to the mound, and that might be the end of Alex Grease's day. Or at least a time for a conversation to say, all right, here's what you have. You have Kyle Miller, who's 0 for 1 with a walk and a flyout.
With 2 on, runners on first and second with no outs, as Centennial looks for their first lead of the day.
Best opportunity the Jaguars had was back in the first when they loaded the bases, but they couldn't score. Still a 1-run game over on the Centennial Ankeny softball game. Hawks lead the Jaguars 5-4, bottom of 4th. Val Vance is going to stay with Grease for now. I do not see any bullpen activity, at least from here.
I do not either.
Number 1, Kyle Miller.
So the senior looking to do senior things here, Justin.
Try to get out of another jam just like the first inning. 2 on, no out.
A little different in the 6th. The arm's getting a little tired. Guys have seen you a couple of times through. You got to find out what trick you have. The first pitch. Ground ball to third. Gets past a diving Egan and into left field, and the Jaguars are going to take a lead. Throw at third, not in time. It's a double for Miller. Or at least he gets the effects of a double. Single and a throw. Okie to third. Churchman scores. 2-1 Jaguars.
Now batting the shortstop, number 5, Lucas Brule.
First pitch, he was sit and strike and made him pay.
Pulled it down the line on third base side to give Centennial their first lead of the day.
So it'll be Okie at third, Miller at second. At the plate is Lucas Brule. He's 0 for 2. Grease. Been throwing strikes. They've just been hitting him this inning. That pitch is a strike. Grease comes set at the belt. Kicks and fires. Ground ball to short. Voss around the field, throws across to first. And they're going to call interference. Runner is going to have to go back to third. They're going to send Okie back to third. They're going to say base runner interference on Voss there. On the play that Voss. So Mark High goes over to the umpire to plead his case. So the runner from second to third would be Miller. He is out. We know that.
Lucas Brule is also retired.
Or Brule gets to stay at first.
Yes.
He gets to stay. So it's the runner's interference. Okie has... Now, wait a minute. Okie, they initially said Okie had to go back to third. He's already in the dugout. Yeah, they're going to pull him out. We at least know there's 1 out. So they're going to, they're bringing Okie back, and Okie will go back to third. And Brule will stay at first.
So it'll be runners on the corners with 1 out. And we will stay 2-1 here in the top of the 6th.
And now
Fielder number 3, Cole Grider.
Okay, so runners at first and third. Coach Balvan's not coming out to make a change. He's just calling out the play that he wants on the first-third situation. At the plate will be Cole Greider. Runners at the corners now with 1 out. Grease looks over to first and pitches. Swung on and miss by Greider. Okie at third, Brule at first. Lifted, foul, and out of play, and now 2 strikes on Cole Greider. Greider, one of those multi-sport athletes as well, had a lot of time in football. The senior looking to make this game memorable for him. Runner goes. They throw to second, not in time. Here comes the run at first. And the ball goes thrown into center field. Oki's going to score. Brule is going to go all the way to third, and it's 3-1 Centennial. Brule took off before the pitch. Grease stepped off through to second, but threw it into center field, so that'll be an error on him. And I think we have action. It's like the Jaguars have, and that's a hit pitch by Grease, and Greider goes down to first on the hit by pitch.
Still no movement on the home side as Balvan will stay near the dugout as it looks right now.
Kind of a tough stretch here for Grease all of a sudden.
Yeah.
And
yeah, he had that runner that he just plunked down 0-2, and now here comes all Balvan.
So now Centennial has taken a 6-5 lead in softball. We're going to have a pitching change here in baseball. Jaguars lead 3-1. They've scored 2 here in the 6th. New pitcher when we come back. This is the Ankeny Activities Network.
So when an athlete walks into Nick Drosh Fitness, the one thing we want them to know is that this is a phenomenal community. We have the best coaching. We have the best technology. We have the programming that can help them succeed. So whether it's trying to get on JV for the first time, going to that next level on varsity, going from a second string to an all-state player, we have the tools, we have the programming and the coaching in order to take each individual to their next level.
Alex Grease is going to stay. It's because you can see so clearly thanks to our internet here from US Cellular today. The pitch is low. They throw down to the cut at second.
They'll move runners to second and third and 1 out. 2 already in so far for Centennial here in this top half of the 6th.
Emerson Alberhaski. As they say, help yourself. The pitch in there for a strike. Grease has gotten ahead of guys today, but it's been sometimes a little harder to get that third strike. The 1-1 coming. Popped towards right, towards Ryan Mayer, who's drifted down to foul territory, sticks the first baseman's glove in the air and plucks it out of the afternoon sky for out number 2.
Man, that is a big out there for Alex Mayer. Puts 2 outs now on the board with runners on second and third.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 29, Isaac Brule.
That out there might help get Grease through this inning.
Grease, this would be a huge pickup here for him if he can, we talked about confidence all night here, Justin. This is big for him. Coach has said you are our guy. He's also facing 8-9 here. That pitch doesn't break on Brule. Isaac the sophomore, batting now. It was the base running of the junior Lucas who made a lot of this mayhem happen. That pitch breaks, and that's going to be a swing. And now it'll even the count at a ball and a strike. Runner at third is Lucas Brule. The runner at second is Cole Grider. The batter is Isaac Brule. The pitcher, Alex Grease. Who delivers? Outside, Max Watson. Great job.
Great stop there. That would have got to the backstop. There would have been another run there. And then would have also moved the runner from second to third.
And you just never know when that thing goes to the backstop at a different angle. That could kick a different way, and then 2 runs score.
Or kick in the right direction and maybe have a play at the plate.
The pitch from Grease again on the outside part of the plate, just a little too far out. And a great hitter's count for Isaac Brule. 3 balls and a strike. (3-1) Jaguars here in the 6th. 2 in so far. The pitch, low, ball 4. And Isaac Brule gets the walk.
And now Ballvan's heading back to the mound, and we will have a pitching change.
U.S. Cellular has made this broadcast possible today with their internet. Hope you're enjoying it. Alex Grease gets a hand from the faithful. He will leave this game in the bottom of the 6th. We'll tell you about the pitching change when we come back.
Everything we do is here to benefit the client. Every decision that's needed to be made, the first question you should ask is, does this benefit the client, and is this the best thing for the client?
Our goal is to make a difference. We have the tools, resources, training, and leadership to make a difference in our agents' lives and their careers. And then they can then take that to make a difference in their clients' lives and ultimately make a difference in our communities.
We are available basically 24/7 to make sure that our agents are getting the support they need to look like $1 million in front of their clients.
DeArmond certified used vehicles aren't the same as the rest.
Every DeArmond certified vehicle receives a 175-point inspection and comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 2-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, and DeArmond Care. Wheel, dent, windshield repair, repel paint and windshield protection, and a full tank of fuel.
Buy with confidence, knowing you made a wise decision with DeArmond Certified.
Find DeArmond certified used vehicles at DeArmondFord.com.
Tonight's sneak peek of the Ankeny Activities Network is brought to you by these generous local boosters: Nick Jarash Fitness, Weichert Realtors, the 515 Agency, Ted Sandine Photography, Extreme Services, Sinorama Ankeny, Amy Widerin with Coldwell Banker, Freedom Tire and Auto Service Center, and Lamberti, Goki, and Lucci. The new pitcher is Nick Meyer. First pitch is hit in the air right at the catcher. Tough play for Watson, makes the grab. 1 pitch, 1 out, but
Meyer.
The damage is done for the Jaguars. They plate 2 more. They take the lead 3-1. We go to the bottom of the 6th from Ankeny High School.
So when an athlete walks into Nick Jarash Fitness, the one thing we want them to know is that this is a phenomenal community. We have the best coaching. We have the best technology. We have the programming that can help them succeed. So whether it's trying to get on JV for the first time, going to that next level on varsity, going from a second string to an all-state player, we have the tools, we have the programming and the coaching in order to take each individual to their next level.
Nick Meyer was so quick, we didn't even get a chance to talk about him. Let's talk about him quickly,
Nick Meyer
Justin.
Jr., he's 2-2 so far on the season with a 5.7 ERA. 1 pitch, 1 out there in the top of the 6th to help Grease and help the Ankeny Bats, hopefully, to get started. But Ankeny coming in still on that 6-game win streak. Can the confidence here in the late innings help Ankeny come back and upset number 1 Centennial?
They're watching this game across the state to see where are the holes for the Jaguars. They have been solid this season. Emerson Alberhaski goes back to work for the Jaguars. Due up for the Hawks, it's the 9-1-2, but we're going to have a pinch hitter, it looks like, to start. Blake Morgan is going to swing a bat here. The junior in his 10th at-bat of the season. So Morgan digs in here on Alberhaski. First pitch is fouled off to the right side, not a play. Near the bicyclist, but clears the bicyclist. You know, the difference between this and the Centennial fields, there's a little bit of room to sit in different areas, a little bit in the outfield lines here like they have at Centennial. Ground ball up the middle, but playing shading over was Brule, and he makes the play. Nice play by Lucas Brule to retire Morgan.
Next up, the second baseman, number 7, Ben Sandvig.
So the top of the order for the Hawks, it'll be Ben Sandvig, who's 1 for 2. Had a single back in the first and a ground out in the third. First pitch, breaking ball, the good 12-6, working well for Alberhaski here late in the game. Next pitch is in there for a strike. That pitch has been there a lot of the day on the outside part of the plate.
Say so, painted on the black. Hitters might need to start adjusting here, getting late into the late innings on both sides of the ball.
Ground ball hit towards short, scooped up by Brule again across to first to Churchman, and there's 2 away in the Hawk half of the 6th.
So far, the last 2 to 3 innings, Alberhaski has made quick at-bats on these Ankeny hitters. Last inning, he threw about 4 pitches, and now this inning making quick do.
Max Watson had that double that got the Hawks back on the board back in the 4th. It started the rally. They need a little 2-out mojo here as the Hawks are down to their last 4 outs. Can't afford to sacrifice any of them, even with 2 out. They trail 3-1 here in the bottom of the 6th. Watson turns on it to the right side. Nice big hop for Churchman. Fields it with the glove, steps on the bag. And again, a quick inning for Emerson Alberhaski as he gets out of this one. We've played 6 full innings. We go to the 7th. 3-1 Centennial.
Everything we do is here to benefit the client. Every decision that's needed to be made, the first question you should ask is, does this benefit the client, and is this the best thing for the client?
Our goal is to make a difference. We have the tools, resources, training, and leadership to make a difference in our agents' lives and their careers. And then they can then take that to make a difference in their clients' lives and ultimately make a difference in our communities.
We are available basically 24/7 to make sure that our agents are getting the support they need to look like $1 million in front of their clients.
West 40 Market in Uptown Ankeny is your place to shop for the best meats, steaks, brats, jerky, and everything in between. Let us be your one-stop shop for all your favorite cuts, all raised on local Iowa farms. Shopping local never tasted so good.
Man, when West 40 Grill puts out stuff like that, I want to smell the grill. The wind's in the wrong direction here at the stadium. I'm just looking over. Maybe I can see the burgers or the good stuff being grilled. But if you need something there, head on over to West 40. Paul Yeager, Justin Schliemann, Andy Pollack here on the Ankeny Activities Network. We've had a good one here so far. Fast-moving game with a lot of action early with pitching. And the middle innings here, Justin, have been a little bit of hitting. Timely hitting.
Timely hitting. Yeah, I would agree. They put up the runs when needed here in the late innings. Put up 1 in the 5th, 2 in the 6th. And those 2 runs in the 6th is the difference so far at 3-1. But, yeah, Centennial doing it at the right time. Really proving that they are the #1 team in the state.
Going back to work after 1 pitch in the last inning was Nick Meyer. So it'll be 2-3-4 for Centennial. That means it's Severson, Churchman, and Oakey. Nothing simple for Meyer here in the 7th, who's trying to keep his team in it with only a 2-run deficit. First pitch is hit back into the fence on a 75-mile-an-hour pitch from Meyer. I didn't know it, but there's a speed gun right below us, and I've missed it the whole game. Yeah, sponsor that, Andy. The pitch from Meyer is a strike. 0-2 now on Severson. He's 1 for 3. Hit towards right. It might get away and does get in front of Bernholtz. And it's a leadoff single for Nick Severson, the catcher. Re-entering the game, Ryan Mayer is back at first, and now coming into courtesy run.
Number 7, Damon Churchman.
Not sure if it was Pieper or Compton I missed. It's Pieper again, running at first for Severson. First pitch on the way to Damon Churchman is a strike.
Little update on the softball field. We got Centennial leading 7-5 in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Here it's 3-1 in the top of the 7th. Runner going is Pieper. Throw down to second. Sandvik can't get the glove on it. Ball goes into second. Pieper's going to run. Coming up to throw from center. Way overthrown, but good backup by the pitcher, Nick Meyer, as Agan had no chance on that throw from Erlmeyer, who put a sail on it.
And that, like you said, Paul, great backup there by the pitcher, Nick Meyer. If that got, which it would have got over Agan's head, that could have been another run there for Centennial here in the 7th. Another insurance run for them.
And then that'll be an error charged to the catcher on that throw, as that's what went into center. As the swing and miss by Damon Churchman, they come inside on him on that first pitch to get back ahead 1-2. Runner at third is Pieper. The pitch. Hit back towards the pitcher. Meyer looks over, throws back to first, keeps the runner in place, and gets the all-important out. First out of the inning. Churchman is retired.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 24, Joey Oki.
Oki tonight 0 for 2 with a walk and a strikeout. Bats with an insurance run at third. Meyer's pitch gets to the outside part of the plate, and Watson does a great save effort there. Yeah.
Beautiful stop there.
The 1-0 offering. Swung on and missed. Kind of broke away from Oki. Hawks, when they come up in their half of the lineup, will have 3, 4, 5. They're just trying to keep this one close. Keep Pieper at third and not in the book. Popped up right side. It's drifting towards the dugout, and it is going to be off. Might have been off the light. And then bounce back. They're looking up at the lights, but it hit on that cement about 4 feet off the fence to the right side.
Heard a little clink there, Paul. My guess is, yeah, it hit the top of the pole there.
They're going to bill him for that. The 1-2 on the way to Oki. Low in the dirt. Erlmeyer shaded a little bit to the left there in center. That pitch hit towards right. Bernholtz, this is going to be deep enough to likely get the run. The throw on the line is not in time.
It was
scoring the run. Sorry, we've been calling it Pieper. That was actually scoring that run was Jack Compton. Compton scores on the sacrifice fly by Joey Oki.
Man, that's a big run for Centennial there. Another insurance run there to make it 4-1.
2 outs, but the run scores. That's the all-important thing for Centennial. So Kyle Miller, part of some very strange play back there in the 6th, where we had a runner's interference. Brought a guy who was in the dugout back out to the base. The pitch from Meyer. Hit towards left, and that's going to get down. Clevidence gives chase, but it's going to go off the wall. Throw back into the infield, but not before Kyle Miller spanks a 2-out double here in the 7th. Great piece of hitting. He is 2 for 3 today.
Now batting, number 5, Lucas Brule.
Brule hit the ball that caused the runner interference. And there's another run in scoring position for the Jaguars as it's now 4-1 here in the top of the 7th. Ground ball to third. Agan grabs it, throws across the field. Mayer misses the tag. Great play by Agan, great attempt by Mayer. Agan saved a run there. I think that's a hit or an error. We're going hit on that? Error? All right. On the throw. 4th Ankeny error then.
Runners now on the corners here in the top 7th with 2 outs. Centennial looking to do some more damage.
Cole Greider.
Now batting, number 10, Sean Stewart.
Sean Stewart pinch hitting now. Stewart the junior. Chopper foul. Agan's had a lot of activity there at third.
Yes.
Very few easy plays.
He had a great stop last play. That was a great stop. So far on the season, Sean Stewart is batting .375 and has brought in 3 runs so far. Looking to add on to that.
Stewart. Pitch goes high. They cut it off with Sandvig. So the base is stolen by Brule. Now it's the force is out. Runners at second and third. Kyle Miller at third. Lucas Brule at second. The batter, Sean Stewart. The 1-1 wind-up pitch coming from Nick Meyer. Off, catches the plate. Strike 2.
Big strike there. That was a big strike there by Nick to make the count 1-2 with 2 on and 2 outs.
The pitch. Hit in the air towards left. Clevidence gives chase. He'll make the grab to the left side. He will lead off the Hawks' last-ditch effort. They trail by 3. We go to the bottom of the 7th.
So when an athlete walks into Nick Rush Fitness, the one thing we want them to know is that this is a phenomenal community. We have the best coaching. We have the best technology. We have the programming that can help them succeed. So whether it's trying to get on JV for the first time, going to that next level on varsity, going from a second string to an all-state player, we have the tools, we have the programming and the coaching in order to take each individual to their next level.
Big thanks to U.S. Cellular for their network capabilities today, keeping this broadcast in the clear on the Ankeny Activities Network. Hit us up on Facebook. Send a message if you want to be a part of this team, and we'll keep bringing you Ankeny Hawk action and all the activities. Emerson Alberhasky is going to go back to work here in the 7th, trying to get the win. Right now his team leads 4-1. They've done it a number of ways, Justin.
They have the bats, the pitching, all around great game so far for Centennial. And Alberhasky going to the mound to try to get the complete game. He'll go up against Jack Clevidence, Carson Agan, and Reed Johnson, 3-4-5. here in the Ankeny order.
You got to get base runners. It's been very efficient work for the Centennial hurler. He's thrown 3 pitches, 4 pitches, 5, and done. Just low pitch count here.
So far, Alberhaski is working on a 2-hitter heading into the 7th.
And he gave up a double to Watson and a single to Ben Sandvig, and that's it. Sandvig's was just a regular old hit, but it was Watson really the only one who gave a really good charge. Let's see what Clevedence can do. First pitch swung on and fouled out of play to the right side. Game 1 of 2 here at the Fields. We'll only have game 1 for you tonight as we ease into this debut. Clevedence chops it over Miller's glove, who dove for it to his left, and the leadoff hitter's aboard for the Hawks here in the 7th. They have life.
Like you said, Paul, Ankeny needs base runners, and that's the best way to do it, is the first leadoff man of the inning getting a hit.
I don't know how many times I've seen Clevedence go up and get a pitch out of the strike zone and put it into play. That kid knows how to find the ball with his bat. Agan, first pitch out. They throw back at Clevedence, and
he's back in safely.
Easily picked out of the air by Churchman. Agan 0 for 2, but he did have a sacrifice fly that gave the Hawks the initial lead in this game back in the 4th. Breaking ball off the plate. "4-1 here in the bottom of the 7th. Nobody out. The pitch. Hit at third, and it's snow-coned and grabbed by Miller. No throw back to first, but a great play to take away a base hit from Agan.
What a diving catch there by Miller. And that was a good read by Jack Clevedence. He was heading and then got back. But
number 1, Reed Johnson.
So Johnson will bat with 1 out here in the 7th. It wasn't hit on the nose there. Throw back to first. Clevedence back. The pitch. In there for a strike. Alberhaski still bringing good pitches this late in the game. 4-7-0 for the Jaguars. 1-3-4 for the Hawks. The air starting to mount and cause problems for Ankeny. Ball in the dirt evens up the count at a ball and a strike. Throw back over to first. Again. See, in the minors now, in the majors, you can't do that.
yeah, you get 2, and
You
then
get 2 and
you
you're
get
done.
2, and then if you throw back a third time, you better get him out, or it's the runner gets second base or third base.
Hit towards first. Churchman's going to step on it, throw down to second, and if he makes the tag, that's the game, and it is! Johnson is out on a ground ball, and then Clevedence is retired on the 3-6 play for the end of the game ending moment, and the Hawks are going to come up on the short end of this game. They will drop it to Centennial 4-1 in a game that was close for a long, long time. It wasn't until that 5th when things started to break free. It was 1-0 Ankeny in the 4th, and then the Jaguars scored in the 5th, and then that 2-run 6th and the extra run in the 7th just proved to be too tall of a hill to climb here. This is the Ankeny Activities Network. This is the debut as we give you a sneak peek of what is to come, and it's because of great people like U.S. Cellular who made the internet happen, and the clear picture was fantastic from them. But Nick Jarash Fitness, Weichert Realtors, the 515 Agency, Ted Sandine Photography Extreme Services, Sinorama in Ankeny, Amy Wiederin with Coldwell Banker, Freedom Tire and Auto Service Center, and Lamberti, Goki, and Lucci Law Services. All right, Justin, as you put a wrap on this one, as you watch this first game, you talked about confidence. It certainly looked like Ankeny felt like they belonged in this game the whole time.
Ankeny did. Their confidence was great until about the sixth inning, I would say, and then the Centennial starting to put it on Ankeny, and then they just couldn't recover back in the bottom of the sixth and bottom of the seventh. But Ankeny should keep their heads up, as maybe here in the second game of the doubleheader, they can come back and maybe take down Centennial or make the game even closer than it was here at 4-1 of the first game.
Alberhaski's 2 hits really kind of only gave up 2 hits. It was kind of a hard sledding for the Ankeny batters. Really didn't square a lot of pitches up, but they were still in this game, which means it's close.
It was very close, yes. The 2 to 3 hits that he gave up, just not enough for Ankeny, but it did keep the game close, which is what the fans wanted.
Emerson Alberhasky will get the win. Alex Grease will get the loss for Ankeny. Really, the Ben Sandvig had one of the hits and Max Watson a double, and up until Jack Clevence's single in the 7th, that was the end of that hitting scenario. But it was a tough game for Ankeny. Centennial improves to 12-0. Ankeny falls to 9-7, snaps their 6-game streak. But guess what, Justin? You take 5-7 minutes, grab a quick something to eat, regroup, and guess what? You get to play again.
You get to play again and come back and
you know, the thing about baseball, you can get beat 12-0 in that first game, come back and go, we're done. It's a new game.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of the sport.
Beauty of a doubleheader, and who knows, maybe even in games that can happen. You can be up 6-0, you regroup after an inning or two, and you can come back and make it close, or even come back and win the game.
So Ankeny will play this game against Centennial, and then later in the week they'll be at Urbandale and against Lewis Central and then Valley. So it is just been a good game so far here as we bring you back into the press box. And as we talked about, Justin, the Ankeny Activities Network, you're part of history here today.
That's good. That's something like it.
You had no idea that this is, be the debut when you're asked to do this. What do you think of this whole thing?
Oh, it's pretty nice. Keep it going, keep the sponsors coming, and it's very nice. It'll be nice for the Hawks fans and everyone around to watch the games at home if you ain't able to come out to the ballpark and support.
So if you want to be a part of the network, what you have to do is go find the Ankeny Activities Network on Facebook and then message, and Andy will respond to you and say, I want to see more Ankeny activities here on the internet. And that's as good as we need to do to let you know that it's glad that you were here. So thank you for watching today, Justin. Thank you so much. Hope you had a good time.
I did have a good time. Good pleasure doing it with you, Paul.
All right, Centennial takes game 1. Game 2, you'll just have to watch in person. Ankeny drops game 1, 4-1. We're back hopefully sooner than later here on the Ankeny Activities Network. So long.
So when an athlete walks into Nick Garage Fitness, the one thing we want them to know is that this is a phenomenal community. We have the best coaching. We have the best technology. We have the programming that can help them succeed. So whether it's trying to get on JV for the first time, going to that next level on varsity, going from a second string to an all-state player, we have the tools, we have the programming and the coaching in order to take each individual to their next level.
West 40 Market in Uptown Ankeny is your place to shop for the best meats, steaks, brats, jerky, and everything in between. Let us be your one-stop shop for all your favorite cuts, all raised on local Iowa farms. Shopping local never tasted so good.
Everything we do is here to benefit the client. Every decision that's needed to be made, the first question you should ask is, does this benefit the client, and is this the best thing for the client?
Our goal is to make a difference. We have the tools, resources, training, and leadership to make a difference in our agents' lives and their careers. And then they can then take that to make a difference in their clients' lives and ultimately make a difference in our communities.
We are available basically 24/7 to make sure that our agents are getting the support they need to look like $1 million in front of their clients.